guys, welcome back to Derby Coy. Raining, just starts to rain. Yeah, things have been going okay up until yesterday. Well, yesterday evening I should say. Let's come round here. I came out yesterday afternoon, checking all the fish, giving them feed. Came into the bunker and my heater wasn't on. I thought, well, that's unusual. Let's come in here. Sorry about the light, it's gone very dark. Let's get this light on. Okay. Yeah. So, came into here and it had gone very dark and it was showing an error code. I think it said E10, which is says it's actually low power. But it was showing E8 first. When I tried to restart the heater, it showed E8 again, and tried it again, it was showing E10. Now I've looked into it. Obviously the E8 is telling me it's not igniting properly, and an E10 can be caused if it's not igniting, it's not producing the power it needs, so you get an E10 error code. So I'm going to have to try and get this heater out again and take it apart. I think the combustion chamber is going to need cleaning because it has been running now for 2-3 months, maybe more or less constantly for nearly 3 months, and just mainly on the low setting. It's very rare it's on the high setting. It's my own fault. At least once a week I should really bang the temperature up and get it burning at full power to help burn and clean out the combustion chamber, but I didn't do that. I had other things on my mind. So I think, well, I'm hoping that's all the issue is, because it's been an absolutely fantastic heater up until this issue. So I am going to get it out. Let's come over here, and if you can see, then it is down there. So I'm going to try and get that out. It is going to be very interesting with my bad knee. trying to get down there and get that out, but I'll see if I can do it. So what I'm going to do is get my stuff together. I'll get the heater out, and when it's up here, I'm stripping it down. I'll come back to you and we can have a look. And hopefully, it is just needs a clean out. Maybe needs a replacement of the little mesh. I can't remember what I call it now. There's a little mesh thing in there where the diesel goes through, and it helps spread the. Can't think of the actual word of it now, but it's for that anyway, round by for the diesel. So when I get it apart, I'll show you what I mean. So let's get my stuff together. Okay guys, I've got it up onto the bench now. Still haven't got it apart, but you can see in there, if it's showing, you can actually see the build up. All this, look, build up of soot on the exhaust pipe. So that's telling me the burn chamber could be pretty full as well. So let me get the rest of it apart, and then I'll show you the inside, and hopefully that's what the issue is, and we'll see if that's diffuser mesh, I think that's what it's called, remembered. We'll check that out as well. So let me get the rest apart. Okay guys, I'll get it apart. Let's get the light on. You can see in there all that build up in there, that's stopping it from igniting, and this is supposed to be lovely and clear. It happened on the old heater, but this took a lot more to build up. But I think, as I said, it's been running on just on low for so long. It's my own fault. I should have run it up to a higher temperature. So I've got to replace those, and where is it? If I can find it, somewhere. I think where it is now. It'll be in. That's the thing. So it's in there. There it is. Couldn't think it for a minute. Okay, let's see if I can see in there. And in there, you can see it. I probably can't see, but in there, there's in that hole there. There's a little mesh filter. I think I'm going to change that as well. So let me get this cleaned, and it's going to make a right mess. So I'll get this cleaned, and then get my filter out, so I'll come back to you. Okay guys, so that is all the stuff I got out of the off here. Now, it's not as clean as I would like, to be honest, in there. I'd normally use an airline, but my airline's not working in the shed at the moment, so that's going to have to do. Don't think I can find anything, unless I can find something else to clean in there. And then this is my little mesh filter I was telling you about. See how sooted that up is. You should be able to see straight through that. Should be just a fine mesh as a diffuser. So you can clean these out. You can get them out without damaging them, which this one has been damaged. All you need is to get a blowtorch on them and heat them up, and it burns any carbon and build up of soot on there. It burns it off. But I have got a replacement, so I'm going to put a new one in with that. That's a lot cleaner in there as well. I'm going to have to see if I can get in the shed, if I can get to anything in there, just to get a little bit more of that out. I'm not 100% with that, but it would work, and it would probably just burn off and come out anyway. But I want to see if I can clean a bit more. Then we're going to have a look, and if I can I'll come back to you. If not, we'll get it back together. And I do need to put new gaskets on, as you can see, part of the gasket there. And so I need to clean that off, and which was that one on there. I think the burn chamber gasket, which is that one, I have got a replacement, so I'll probably replace that as well. That silver one in there, I'll probably replace that as well. Better be safe than sorry. Let me see if I can get to something, which I don't think I can, to be honest. I can get to something to clean that out. Okay guys, so I want to show you this. That's the one I've just taken out. I've replaced it with one of those, and as you can see the difference in it. And there, that one you can actually, if you look carefully, you can actually see through that one. A bit of mesh. But the problem I've got now, put most of it back together, all the chambers and the gaskets in. I was just about to replace this, which is the glow plug, and then I've noticed it was awkward to get out. So whether it was when it was fitted or not, I don't know. The thread, if I can focus, you can see on that the thread has gone, so I can't actually get the thing back in. I'm hoping there's no damage in there. I can't see any damage in that thread in there, but it was tough to come out. So I'm wondering if they damaged it when that got put in. So I'm going to have to order a new one of these, which could be a pain. Don't know how that's going to take to come. We're going to done without that, and then hopefully I can get it in. I might have to get a better torch and see, have a look at that thread in there, and hopefully that's not damaged, because I don't want to buy a new burn chamber. I don't want to have to buy a new burn chamber. So that's annoying. I think I can put, I want to put all this back together, so I can get to that one. I can get to that from the top once it's back in there in the casing. I'll put that back in, put all this back on, and all the nuts, everything back together, so I don't lose anything, and I can get to that from the top. So could have done, really could have done without this, but thankfully it's not bitterly cold. Temperature's dropped to 13.6 in the water, so I'm going to have to order one of these. Probably 2 or 3 days before it gets here. It's bloody typical. So as soon as I get it back, I can get this in, and hopefully it will go in and get it fired up and up and running again. So we shall see. Oh, what a nightmare. Okay guys, so it's been 2 or 3 days now. My my new glow plug arrived this morning, so which was one of these. I did have a spare glow plug already, but as you can see, if you have a look, it's a different style fitting. I put the two together, Those two are slightly different. This one is slightly more robust, better fitting. It's got the waterproof seal around it, got the seal around the top, and it's got a thicker wire on that one as well. That was from my what was the heater now? I can't remember now. The Viva heater, I think that was off of the last one I had, and this is off the Lavender. I have fitted it. The reason I need a new one, when I don't know if I said earlier on, when I took the glow plug out, it was really hard to get out. It started off easy, and then it go really tough, and then it went easy and tough again. And when I got it out, I noticed, you can see, I don't know, the thread on that, as I was putting it back in, I noticed that wasn't very good. So I wasn't sure if it was actually the thread on the heater itself had gone as well, or just on the glow plug. So I know it's the same size fitting for the glow plug, that side, on that one. So I tried this one in it, and it screwed straight in. So I knew it's not the thread on the heater itself, but it was a thread on the glow plug. So bought a new glow plug, straight in. I've now fitted it, and I've just turned it on about a minute ago. I didn't film when we fitted the glow plug, but I've now, it's actually up and running. It's fired up, and it's blowing out warm air. So fantastic. I'm going to make sure I'm keeping it running for a while. I've banged the temperature right up, just to help clean that burned chamber out a bit more. It'll burn any of that off, get the temperature right up in there. So hopefully, fingers crossed, everything's okay. I'd say it's been about 2-3 days, and in them 2 or 3 days I went from, I think it was around 15 or 16, I think it was 16. The water's dropped down to 8.3 in here. So heater's on, and that will slowly creep back up now. Because the water temperature did drop, obviously reduced their feeding. I just started feeding them up just once a day. When it got down to about 10 or 11, the water now, I cut the feeding down to about 1 once a day. So they've still been feeding, but last only once. So now the heater's back on. Hopefully no more issues, and I get the heat back up in here. I can start up in there feed again. So over the moon, it's a fairly simple fix, and as I said before, it was my fault, because it's been run constantly now since well before Christmas, probably maybe in November even I started using the heater. I've only kept it on tick over. It's my own fault. I think what I need to do at least once a week, or even twice a week, just for an hour or two, just bang the temperature up in here, bang the heater up to give it a full temperature, and it help keep that burn chamber a bit clearer. Because when you're using it in things like in vans and caravans and stuff, it's especially vans, it's normally a night heater. So in the day you're using the van, driving around, it's warming up. So when you fire it up from cold, the heater starts up on full power, at full strength, and it's banging the temperature up just so it can get the temperature back up again. So it's probably on that for, I don't know, depending on the size of the van, half hour to an hour at a time before it starts to drop back, get your temperature up, and it drops back down. So at least once a week, what I'm going to do, minimum once a week, and I'm going to set a reminder on her who should not be named. I don't want to be setting all your home devices off. I'm going to set a reminder on her that once a week, a certain time of the week, I'm just going to probably have a Saturday or something, every Saturday, just go off, remind me to come in and bang the heater up to help clean that burn chamber out. So it's running now, get some heat back in, absolutely fantastic. We're at 9.6 in here, the actual air temperature, so it'll be interesting to see what I can get that up to. I've got a couple of little jobs on today. I want to obviously do filter cleans, I want to have a check over a couple of fish as well, and I've got to have a look at the main pond. I've got to give that filter clean. I haven't done that in a week, so that filter needs cleaning as well, and do my water change in there, because I did have to turn my, I don't know if I said before, I had to turn my trickle off on the main pond. I've had a leak. I came home one day and I was actually outside, and I heard this water, I could hear this water spraying from somewhere, and I couldn't figure out where it was, and it was the hose pipe which runs from the house and actually goes under my slabs into the filter shed. The part which is just in the cavity of the wall, or just inside, it's got a split in the pipe, so that's going to be an interesting one when I do get changing that. So I had to turn my trickle off to the main pond. So when I do water, my filter cleans, I drop the water out there, then I have to top it back up from the hose pipe. But my hose pipe broke, no connection on the hose pipe, so I had to get a new one of those. And it wasn't just any normal one, obviously, it was a Karcher one, and the fitting on the tap, it was completely didn't fit in, so I had to buy the proper Karcher one. Absolute nightmare, which obviously wasn't in stock anywhere in the country, so it had to come from their main manufacturer in Germany. So that took a while to come, and that arrived yesterday. So yeah, I've got those jobs to do. What else? Something else. Somebody's popping around today to pick up their 55 watt bulb. They're coming, I don't think they live too far, so they're coming to pick that up. So we'll see if I'll have a chat with him later. So yeah, that's where I am at the moment. I'll come back to you in a bit, so catch you in a bit. Okay guys, so I had a subscriber come round, Eddie, and his son popped round. Didn't do any filming, but he popped round, we had a good chat, and had a good look in the bunker and a quick look at the pond out here. He come to pick up his UV bulb. He had one of the 55 watts off me, so that's all the 55 watts. I think they've all gone. Yes, all the 55 watts have been accounted for now. I've got one more, which is kind of either collect or meet up for a show, or if I pop down to the koi collection maybe. I'm just going to collect that one then. I think I've got a couple of 30 watts left, and I've got the 15s left, so if anybody's interested in any of those, a 30 watt UV bulb, I think I've got two, maybe two or three, I can't remember, of the 30s, and I've got the two 15 watt bulbs available if anybody's interested. As I said before, again, it's I don't want to be posting them because they are fragile, and it's probably quite expensive at the length of them. So if you want one and you're able to collect, or meet me at the National on the day that I go to National, or if you go down to the koi collection or something like that, but you're more than welcome to come pick them up. Drop me a message via the Facebook Messenger, or what is it, email, that's the one. Yeah, so if you're interested now, drop me a message and we'll sort something out. Bunker's all looking good now, everything's going okay in there now that heater's done. Hopefully it's not going to go again, but who knows. the way my luck's going, who knows. I'll have a quick spin round, and we'll have a quick look at these ones out here. All looking well. My temperature at the moment out here, the water is at a 5.5. I'm sorry about that close up on my ugly mug, but the temperature of the water is 5.5. So I'll spin you around and we can have a look at them. Okay, here we go. Henrietta's up as usual, thinking she's going to get some food, but I'm not feeding them. And my Sankey seems to have lost most of its belly. A little spot on its side. It's turning into more of a Shiro or a Becco at the moment. I don't think that's going to come back either, unfortunately. But I have got a nice Sankey in the bunker as well. If I don't sell it, I might put it in the main pond. All the others are looking good. That Kahaka as well has still got that on its top again, so I'm not going to get him out now. When the water warms up a bit more as the season starts, I will get him out again and give him treat it again. But apart from that, they're all looking okay now. That mark on Henrietta's nose, don't know where she got it from, but it's healing up nice. But yeah, all the rest are looking okay. That is my Kitsuri down here, is the one that's available as well. That one is available, and I've got the Benikikuru in here as well, as I've said before. It's hard to see in here from the top because it's very dark on the top. Obviously, you just notice him, you can't even see him. And spin that round and have it work. Now you can't see him, he's just down in his bottom corner. But if you've got a window, absolutely fantastic from the side, the lateral line and the Benny spots on him from the side. Definitely a window fish. Apart from that, all looking good. I have got that staple food from Nishikoi, which I will start to feed a bit of that in the summer, because it has got the spirulina in, which will help with the collar, bring the collar back out in some of them. So we'll see how they get on with that. But yeah, all looking good in here, no issues. apart from it being bloody cold as normal. But let's fingers crossed for a better season this year and a warmer season, warmer year. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so back to my ugly mug. Right, on a happier note, just to let you know, I have been offered the job and I have accepted it. Contracts have been signed and things like that, and I now start work on Monday. So yeah, it's going to be good to get back to work. Been off work for a few months now. It'd been nice having a break and not having to worry about the weather, and going to bed early and getting up early and all that, so I can have a nice line when I need it or when I want it. But it'd be good to get back to work and get things sorted that way. So yeah, interesting times ahead. The job itself is going back to what I used to do in the past, more on the grounds maintenance side, where I moved from the grounds maintenance into the mechanical side and the repairs of the machinery on the grounds maintenance. I moved into that, so I'm going back onto the grounds maintenance side. So I will be back out in the cold and the rain and the snow and the wind and everything else. But yeah, look forward to it. Challenges ahead. So yeah, great news. Really pleased. So yeah, see how we go. But yeah, like I say, I want to say a big thank you again to everybody who sent me words of support since losing my job. I really do appreciate all your support and help. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. So big thank you to everybody. I will report more in the future. Obviously when I start work, it's going to be a bit of a shock to the system again. As I say, especially working outside. So it's not very warm today, and I think the other night it was -3 of the morning. Going upstairs the Bisley for a walk. So yeah, that's going to be a bit of a shock, but it's I'm sure I'll be fine. I'll harden back up to it. Probably become soft over the years working inside. Working inside most of the time, and most of the time in the dry carrier breakdowns I used to go out to, working in the cold and wet for breakdowns and stuff, but most of the time was inside, so it's going to be a bit of a shock getting used to that again, going back to it, but it is what it is. So I've got a job, thankfully. Yeah, there was something else I was going to mention today and I can't remember what, so it obviously wasn't that important yet. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe, hit that bell for your notifications, pop on over to Facebook and Instagram, and please give me a thumbs up. It really helped me out. It does help the algorithm and get the videos out there, so it'd be absolutely fantastic. So yeah, and as always, until the next one, stay safe, jobs are good.